Good evening, I'm Bo Williams. Welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. And topping the list, a change to the rules when it comes to qualifying for federal benefits under what's called SNAP Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, better known as food stamps. We're hearing concerns about the impact tonight. According to the Department of Human Services, the changes are focused on able-bodied adults without dependents. Soon, adults age 18 to 64 who do not have a disability and do not live with children under 14 may only get SNAP benefits for 3 months in a 3-year period unless they work, volunteer, or train at least 20 hours a week. Now, these changes come from President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act that also cut billions of dollars from the program. Now, local food banks say they have seen a rise in clients.
People are getting laid off. We've had quite a few people come in that said they went into work today and they told them they didn't need them anymore. And, we have quite a few of our clients, that are concerned about the SNAP changes, but we try to do our part and fill that void for them.
We have a household of 7, and so they cut me in half. So we are barely getting $600 now for 7 of us.
According to the Department of Human Services, SNAP recipients who believe they qualify for an exemption to these changes are encouraged to upload their verification documents to the DHS customer portal no later than October 31st. Next on our list, a spot with lots of history plagued by big structural problems. The latest issue to crop up leaves the site's future uncertain after city officials said the developer stopped responding to them. Now, the city of Morristown previously considered a recommendation to demolish the Bradley building. That's what you're looking at here behind me. But at the time, a man named David Silverstein stepped in and bought it along with the neighboring Parks Belk building and Hazel Bryan building. We're told Silverstein planned to restore the buildings, creating a mixed-use development with apartments and retail. However, the fire at the Parks Belk building, which resulted in an arson arrest, changed things. We told you when this happened at the beginning of 2024. The 121-year-old Parks Belk building was ultimately demolished, and the City and Codes Department gave Silverstein time to reorganize. Well, around mid-August, the Codes Department sent Silverstein notice of 30 different violations at the Bradley building, but we're told he stopped responding. Now, the roof is caved in and the city has boarded up some of the broken windows. The mayor's office is aware of the situation and codes enforcement is taking appropriate steps. Silverstein must report to court in October. We're also being told the Bradley building does not pose a danger to the public. All right, our list rolls on with a court case stemming from a fire. A man faces charges of attempted murder after he allegedly tried to set a camper on fire with a woman inside. 43-year-old James Williams is accused of breaking into a camper in Madisonville. Investigators claim he, screwed the door shut while he and a woman were still inside, then poured gasoline around the camper and on himself before then striking a match. Williams is also accused of hitting the woman several times, trying to strangle her, holding a knife to her, and stealing her purse. An officer arrived, saw Williams coming from the back of the camper, and was taken into custody. Williams also faces charges including aggravated arson, aggravated kidnapping, and aggravated burglary. Major figure in a big moment for civil rights has died. Tonight, East Tennesseans are remembering Bobby Cain, a member of the Clinton 12, the group that desegregated Clinton High School. The Green McAdoo Cultural Center says he was also the first black graduate in a previously all-white public school in the South. He was going into a senior year when the ruling to desegregate Clinton High School was passed. However, Cain wanted to finish where he started at Austin East. The Green McAdoo Cultural Center recalls him being a reluctant hero.
When Bobby Cain graduated, he received a full ride scholarship from the Pittsburgh Black Gazette. And as a part of that scholarship that summer, he kind of toured around the country and gave talks about his experiences to different communities.
Cain passed away yesterday morning. He was 85. New developments tonight. Tennessee women's basketball head coach Kim Caldwell now says that Ruby Whitehorn has been reinstated.
It's not an ideal situation. It's not a situation that reflects our program the way we want it to. There's a strong legacy here, and it did not withhold the name of the brand. It's not something that helped us at all in recruiting. It's something that we have addressed. We've addressed it seriously, and we're hoping that we can now move on.
Now, the news comes on the heels of Whitehorn's arrest last month. You know, we've been following this story ever since it happened. Whitehorn recently pleaded guilty to misdemeanor trespassing and aggravated vandalism in connection with the case. Charges of domestic assault and aggravated burglary were dismissed as part of her plea agreement. Coach Caldwell says Whitehorn complied with all they asked of her and understood the severity of her actions. Well, a big takeoff aimed at filling a need in the workforce. Maryville is now home to a certified aviation academy. Students trained to become FAA certified airframe and power plant technicians with hands-on courses in aircraft structures, electronics, and mechanical systems. The program leads to an associate's degree in aviation technology. Local employers like Cirrus Aircraft, Standard Aero, Endeavor Air, and the Tennessee National Guard are all driving the demand right now for trained technicians. And the expansion of McGee-Tyson Airport is expected to boost that need even more.
And in this field especially, they have to know how to turn the wrench. They have to know how to find the electrical shortage and those kinds of things. So what better way? We are becoming a career immersion college, which really means that we want our students to get immersed and engaged into the discipline and the field that they want to go into. And what better way than like this program is to touch the airplanes, work on them, and get that hands-on experience.
The facility is a partnership between Blount Partnership and Pellissippi State Community College. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the industry must fill about 12,000 aircraft mechanic jobs every year nationwide. Big milestone coming up this week, marking 1 year since Helene brought major flooding to our area, and the Tennessee Valley Authority is now looking back at its response to the storm. You know, Douglas Dam was vital in managing the influx of water in our region. According to TVA, Douglas Lake rose more than 21 feet. The dam storing 182 billion gallons of water in the days following the storm. Now, the dam spillway also released a record amount of water. The plant manager says the main takeaway from the storm was the importance of communication.
Working with Duke Energy, working with all your local municipalities, your EMA, understanding and communicating out what the effects could be, because you know this was like a once in a 1,000-year flood.
You know, the work did not end once the water levels dropped. TVA had to clean out equipment as the dam that was filled with silt from all the flooding. Again, they had to go in there and clean all of those machines out.